What if the internet existed in the Middle Ages? At first, you might think it would just make medieval life a little more convenient. Instead of waiting months for a royal decree, people could check the king's latest update on his official blog. Knights could schedule jousts through an online calendar. Peasants could Google whether eating moldy bread was safe. In theory, it sounds like a good idea. In practice, it would get very strange, very quickly. Imagine walking through a medieval town square, and instead of town criers yelling out news, there are giant wooden billboards nailed to castle walls showing the latest memes. The old cat falling off a chair. Every guild would be spamming the marketplace forum with sale on swords. Limited time only. The blacksmiths guild would probably launch an entire e-commerce empire centuries ahead of Amazon. And of course, monks in monasteries who spent their entire lives carefully copying books by hand would suddenly discover Wikipedia within weeks. Libraries filled with painstakingly illuminated manuscripts would be abandoned in favor of CTRL plus C, CTRL plus V. But let's be honest, the medieval internet wouldn't stay peaceful for long. Kings and lords loved power too much. The Pope would announce crusades not by scroll, but by going viral. Hashtag Crusade 2 is trending in Jerusalem. Entire kingdoms would collapse because their monarch forgot to clear his browser cookies before negotiating a treaty. And wars. Wars would become live stream events. Imagine knights strapping GoPros onto their helmets, broadcasting jousts to thousands of peasants who donated chickens through medieval PayPal. And let's not forget the peasants. With the internet in their hands, they'd start writing angry reviews of their lords. 2 stars. He taxed me 3 chickens and gave me the plague. Would not recommend. Soon, Reddit-style uprisings would spread across Europe. Villagers would create endless forums debating which pitchfork is best for storming castles. Hashtags like hashtag down with the Duke would trend faster than the Black Death itself. Speaking of the plague, imagine what would happen when the Black Death hit the online world. People would post conspiracy theories in every corner of medieval Twitter. The plague is caused by dragons. Wake up, sheep. Others would be selling snake oil through banner ads. Cure the plague with this one weird herb. Scientists, alchemists would publish questionable PDFs, claiming that bathing in mercury was a proven treatment. And, of course, there would be the one peasant who posted, "I don't believe in plague. It's fake news," right before coughing on everyone in the forum. But the real chaos would come from the castles. Imagine the King of France sending an email to the King of England PL as no invade tie. The 100 Years' War might have been fought entirely through spam messages and Photoshop propaganda. Whole battles could be cancelled because the knights forgot their Wi-Fi password. And whenever a castle was under siege, instead of sending a messenger, they'd just change their Facebook status to its complicated. Meanwhile, the church would be the biggest influencer of them all. The Pope's YouTube channel would be full of dramatic sermons, complete with thumbnail clickbait. This sign will shock you. Bishops would collect tithes using a medieval version of Patreon, offering bonus indulgences to premium subscribers. Within a year, half of Europe would be subscribed to Heaven Plus, while the other half would be trying to hack it. And then there's the problem of infrastructure. Internet in the 21st century sometimes struggles to cover rural villages. Now imagine medieval Wi-Fi. Routers made of wood, powered by windmills. With coverage that disappears every time a dragon flies past, whole crusades might fail because the knights lost signal while marching through the desert. Entire empires could collapse because the king's Zoom meeting froze at your majesty. We must attack. Buffering, buffering, buffering. So what's the final verdict? If the internet had existed in the Middle Ages, the world would not have advanced faster. In fact, civilization might have collapsed even sooner. Kingdoms would have been destroyed by memes, crusades would have been live-streamed to disasters, and the Black Death would have spread faster thanks to people gathering for plague challenge tick. The only real winners would have been the monks. Finally, free from copying books all day, now able to binge-watch cat videos instead. And perhaps the bears, because, as we all know, every historical scenario eventually ends with bears. In the end, the medieval internet would have been the strangest combination of knights, castles, and Wi-Fi rage imaginable. Civilization as we know it wouldn't stand a chance. But on the plus side, we'd finally know how many likes King Arthur's Round Table selfies would get.